In the 1930s, movies were king. It was the end of the silent film era and the beginning of the golden age of Hollywood. People in Jackson County would flock to the Markay Theater to get a chance to escape into the world of Clark Gable, Shirley Temple, and Will Rogers. In the 40s, the Markay changed hands, was remodeled, and perhaps given its soul. The bas-reliefs you see on the walls were created to depict what life was like in rural America at that time. Farmers, coal miners, foundrymen, people going about their daily lives. These figures watched on as almost 7 decades of movies and several generations came through the Markay doors to experience the wonder that theater brings to our lives. Time passes as it always does. In the 90s, it was almost curtains for the Markay. The crumbling bas-reliefs on the wall were a visual indicator of the state of the building as a whole. Crumbling walls, leaking pipes, holes in the roof, and decay greeted those who entered. The only thing enjoying the escape that the theater had provided were the pigeons who had found a home in her once vibrant halls. Then came an idea. The city of Jackson, realizing that this Art Deco jewel could very well be turned into a parking lot, approached the Southern Hills Arts Council with a revolutionary idea. They would lease the Markay to the council for $1 a year. The council would in turn renovate, maintain, and operate the facility. Fortunately for us, the council members took a big gulp and said yes. In that moment, the Markay was offered a new lease on life. Next came the dirty work. Volunteers rolled up their sleeves and carted out tons of debris. Walls were torn down. Antiquated heating and cooling systems were removed. Anything that could be salvaged was. Most importantly, the bas-reliefs, as you see on the walls around you. These unique works were considered too valuable as art and as symbols of local pride to be destroyed. For the next 20 years, the Southern Hills Arts Council, the community, civic organizations, individuals, businesses large and small, artists, state leaders, and the Ohio Arts Council worked tirelessly toward a common goal: restore what could be saved, replace what had been broken, and create a home for the arts in our community. The council methodically approached projects and fundraising to remain debt-free during the nearly $2 million renovation. They sought grants, donations, and held fundraisers ranging from black tie events to yard sales. This would be a marathon, not a sprint. Meanwhile, the council continued to make art happen in Jackson County. Classes were held in the meeting rooms, art shows in the gallery, countywide free children's art classes in the summer, quilting, knitting, drawing, sculpting. A lot of life happened while the Markay was undergoing its transformation. Each success along the way was celebrated, each setback was met with creative solutions, and the goal remained consistent. In 2015, the dream that began with a few and was supported by so many was realized. On August 1st, we officially cut the ribbon to mark a new day for the Markay. We celebrated with a full day of free concerts ranging from classical to folk to country to funk, with the farmer and the coal miner and the orchard worker looking on, beautifully restored and glowing with pride, ready for what's next. The Southern Hills Arts Council and everyone who made this dream possible welcome you to the Markay Cultural Arts Center. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome.
Hello.
To the third annual Markay Giving Tuesday Telethon. I am Jules, and I am joined by the incredible Mr. Matthew Wilson. You have to say your own name. I'm not going to say it for you.
It's okay.
I'm the captain, but I'm not going to toss you every time. You know what I mean?
I get it.
And we're here. Where are we at, Matt?
We are on the stage at Markay.
We are at the Markay Theater in Jackson, Ohio, Main Street, and we are so excited to be here. Thank you for tuning in. Where are you watching from? Are you watching from your house?
Maybe their cell phone at work?
Maybe your cell phone. Are you at work watching?
You better not be driving and watching.
No, don't you dare.
Don't do that.
First person, how about this, Matt? First person to comment where they are watching this from, I will give you a gift certificate.
To where?
To here.
To here.
To here for the 2023 season.
And you can use that towards tickets for events.
For events.
I don't know what else they would use the gift certificate for, but we could figure it out.
We'll work
out.
with you.
We'll work with you.
If you'll work with us and you'll comment, share. I should put that stipulation.
Yeah,
there.
share it.
Share it, comment, and let us know where you're watching from. Tell your friends that you are here supporting artists, supporting Southeastern Ohio, and supporting the Markay Cultural Arts Center and Southern Hills Arts Council. And we will hook you up. We're going to pick one, and we're going to announce it, won't we?
Yes.
We'll announce it.
We'll announce it.
That's what we'll do, because that's what we're here to do. We've got a great lineup tonight.
Yes.
We've got our incredible group calling. We're reaching out to you. We are calling in. We're saying, hey, do you want to help us? Because we want to help you. Because what do we do here?
We provide the community with arts, music,
That's right.
in any type of event that you can think of here for the community to enrich the lives of our citizens.
That's right. That is what we are about here. We give you opportunities to watch shows, everything from bluegrass, which we have some incredible bluegrass performers that we're going to be coming and seeing us in 2023. And they're also going to be here in studio tonight. Open Rail is going to be performing live. We're going to be chatting with them here in just a little bit. We also have tons of videos from some of the performers that we're going to have on the stage next year. And we're going to be chatting about this. What is this? Is this the best gallery schedule I've seen ever?
It
for this?
might be. We have an entire lineup for 2023 of gallery artists, and I will be talking about them throughout the evening, about what kind of art they do, where they come from. Very excited about my gallery artist this coming year.
That's right. You have absolutely no excuse. We've got you covered on everything. You say, oh, I don't like pop music. Okay, fine. Challenge me. I've got something else for you. I've got bluegrass. I've got cover bands. I've got Elvis. I don't like acrylic painters, Matt.
It's all right. I've got photographers.
Oh.
I've got people that do India ink. Do you know what India ink is? Maybe not.
Maybe not, but
you can find out.
You can
figure it out. We've got quilts. We've got high school art. We have all the things.
We've got everything. And another thing that we have that I'm super excited about, we actually had for the first time here at the Markay when we did our Evening with the Arts fundraiser back in August. And that is a band from Columbus, Ohio.
Yes.
It's got a member that is actually, he lives here in Jackson. His name's Jordan Lombardo. Drop a comment below if you know Jordan. If you know Jordan Lombardo, comment. Special surprise for you.
Special surprise.
What's the surprise?
I don't know. It surprised me too.
It's a surprise for everyone.
Yep.
But if you know him, comment, share, like. And also call in 740-286-6355 or 740-577-3841. Give a donation to support people like Jordan, who we know and love in this community, and his friends that are in this incredible band, Session 5. Do you remember seeing them?
I do. They were absolutely amazing.
They completely blew us out of the water. Yep. They did cover songs. They did a few originals, everything from like 1960s classic rock to Lady Gaga to Bruno Mars. Phenomenal musicians. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think we have a couple here for a remote interview. Do we not, Mr. James Hamilton? Awesome. Let's go ahead and bring him in. Look who it is.
Hey.
Look at this. Jordan Lombardo with the landscape flip. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate this. Thank you, for real.
You know it.
We're glad to be here.
Thank you. So let's go ahead. Can we get a quick introduce? This is only a couple members of the band, but let's introduce you guys real quick. Just name and what you do in the band. That would be awesome.
I am Jordan Lombardo, Jackson County native. A lot of people probably already know me, but I play guitar, sometimes bass, just depending on the situation. Kind of switch out every now and then, but it's kind of what I do.
Man of many talents.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
I think I'll go then. My name is Steven, and I play the keyboard in the band. And a funny story is that when we first started the band, we met Jordan because he was supposed to sub for one of our bass players when we first met. And I'm like 2 hours before this one gig, I texted Jordan, "Hey, I've never met this guy. I have no idea what he looks like. I don't know who he is." I texted, "Hey, buddy, here's our set list." And I sent him like an Apple Music playlist. And dude showed up at the gig, did not miss a beat or note, and I'm like, I have to keep him. So now, after a year, almost 2 years later, we're still playing together, and I couldn't be more blessed to be playing there and playing with him, and we had so much fun at the Markay last summer, this summer actually.
That is so awesome.
Yes.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me one bit, but like to
Mhm.
have the trust and to be able to actually say, "Hey, dude, we're sending it your way," and for him to show up and show out that's
Right.
That's so awesome.
Yes.
Who else we got? Miss Ma'am in the corner.
Hey, my name is Beth Metcalf. I'm one of the singers of Session 5. I also play a mean tambourine. Ask anyone.
Yes. I found a tambourine for you. Did I not? You guys took a break. Did I give you the tambourine before when you were here in August, or did I find it for you last minute? I remember I gave you one though.
Yeah, I remember something happened. I think you found it last minute because I needed it.
I did. I
keep
think
losing my tambourine.
I knew it. I could feel it, and then you were like, "Oh, I wish I had a tambourine." I'm like,
Yep,
"Oh,
we
I've
have one.
got you."
I use it during our gallery opening sometimes to get attention.
Yes. Sometimes he'll shake a tambourine to get some
Yeah.
attention. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us here. And it was just literally, I remember watching you guys, and I had seen you guys in some YouTube videos and stuff and some TikTok, but I had never seen you guys live. And when you guys like came in and hit, this is probably one of the cleanest, most like put together. Like they did not miss a beat. You guys sounded so good.
Yep.
What is the history? I know Jordan, I know your history. You're just everywhere and anywhere and you know it all. But like you guys, Stephen and Beth, where are you guys, like what started you into music?
I started playing piano when I was like 5 or 6. So, I started really young playing classical, and then I've always had a passion for pop music, and I've always, play some pop music on the piano and fun, do, acoustic covers and such. So I met the main, the singer of the band, and we started Session 5, and then we got so many amazing members of the band together. So I think that's what got me into music. It just, I've always been into singing and playing piano ever since I was a little kid. So
Very nice.
Awesome. It shows.
Yes.
Just incredibly, you're like quick. And I know even sometimes you could tell there was some like improving happening in between songs. And I could see that. And you just picked up so quickly. And also selling yourself short. You're an incredible singer. He didn't say anything about what a
Thank
good
you.
singer he is. You're a very, very good singer.
Thank
All right.
you.
What about you, Miss Tambourine?
Yeah. So I started singing when I was little. My whole family's singers. So they kind of taught me, and I sang at church all the time when I was little, and got into musical theater. And then after I graduated college, I just kind of did my own thing. I tried to get into music, and I just saw a video of one of our singers dancing on a bar at one of the gigs, and I was like, "This looks like a fun band. I wonder if I could be in a band." So I DM'd them.
Did you really?
Here we are.
That's so
Yeah,
awesome.
that's cool.
How cool. And I think I've seen that video. Was that at Slammers? When he's
It
on
was
top?
at Lick Whiskers.
He
Yeah.
gets on a table at about every show. So it could have been
He
Yeah,
is
every show.
such.
he's on
I
a table
just-
somewhere.
Yeah, right.
But that,
Right now.
that
If
energy
there was a
translates.
table in the Markay, he would have been on it.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that energy translates. Like this whole room was alive that night. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I have two memories of that night. One, I was like, are they doing a cover of Toxic by Britney Spears right now?
Yes.
And I was like, they are doing a Toxic cover. That's great. And then when Miss Tambourine decided that she was going to go full out on Shallow.
Shallow.
Yep.
Yes.
When full Lady Gaga up here on the stage.
We were sitting in the chair and we were like, she's going to go for it.
She's
but
going to go for it.
Is she going to go for it?
And then she's like, oh, there she goes.
She went for it. I saw she had these platform boots on. I saw her take a step back from that mic when she was about to go off the deep end. And I was like, she's going for it. And she went in aquatic, swam around like a mermaid, and it was absolutely phenomenal. You guys had such a good array of music. Let me ask you guys this. Coming up this new year, new season, how's the set lists looking? Are they still the same? Are there more originals? You guys have like, what's it looking like?
We're definitely going to explore new... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Jordan.
Oh, no, so you were saying earlier how we were so put together. It's that version of Session 5 was actually incredibly kind of disjunct in terms of how rehearsed we were. Like, for example, I think everyone besides me just met the drummer that day.
That's crazy.
And then everyone else met Jason, who was playing bass that night. Met him the night before because we had another show in Lancaster the night before, which went kind of late. So we were up, we were setting up in the Markay until
3 a.m.
Yeah, it was hectic. But so this upcoming, Eric was a fill-in. Our actual drummer had COVID that week, unfortunately. So hopefully he won't have COVID this time. So there'll be, it'll be a different lineup. The drummer might be different. We were missing a guitar player as well. I don't know if we're able. If we're able, I would love to get the horns back in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.
Hopefully with more rehearsal, because that was also ill rehearsed. So hopefully we have, capacity to do any type of tunes like that we want to. There's also, so Sharon, I'm not sure if he will be able to sing with us that day, where he's eventually sometime next summer moving to Atlanta, Georgia, unfortunately.
Oh, wow.
But Beth might be taking on more of the tunes, and if that's the case, we'll probably have a lot of our originals, but also some more, powerhouse stuff that she tends to kill.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's so basically what I just heard is it could get better,
right,
than what we saw.
And
is that what I'm hearing?
It's possible, yeah. It could be more rehearsed, and it could,
and you may need backup dancers,
and you may need people to dance,
right?
Back up.
Right.
Oh yeah,
exactly. That's what I thought.
Okay, well, just as long as we're clear, I'll have my people reach out to your people, and what a phenomenal night it will be. Am I right?
Very excited. Yes.
Oh yeah.
We're so excited to have you guys, and we're so excited to have you here tonight with us. Thank you so much for hopping on and for tuning in with us. We can't wait to see you here coming next year. We'll be in touch, and everyone, Session 5 on Facebook, correct? Session 5. Do you guys have an Instagram?
Session 5 Band. Yeah.
We'll say that again.
5 Band.
Session 5 Band.
Session 5 Band.
Session 5 Band.
Okay.
Get it right. Don't mess it up. Go follow them on Facebook. Stay up to date on the Markay's Facebook. You'll be seeing. We've got the show. They will be here on, I'm looking at my thing, March. That's a great month.
March 11th.
The Pisces Rise.
Yep.
It's near Matt's birthday, and it's going to be an absolutely phenomenal show. So get ready to get your tickets for that. And guys, thank you so much for hopping on with us and joining us today. We cannot wait to see you in 2023.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We're very excited.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. We'll see you. Wow.
It's fantastic.
What nice people.
Yeah.
What talented people.
Yes.
I absolutely, when I tell you that, like, that's unreal to me that it could be more put together than what it was.
I didn't realize that it was that
I had no idea.
discombobulated for them because it didn't show at all on stage.
No, these guys are absolute professionals. They are so kind. They are so talented. They absolutely took the breath away of everyone here in the theater, and they will do it again, and with even more people, and with backup dancers.
And horns.
Horns.
Who doesn't love a good horn?
Oh, you can't find a person that doesn't love a good horn.
Right.
You know what? I know someone who loves a good horn.
Who's that?
Me, you, and our box office attendant, Ren.
Yes.
We're coming up on a year that we've had Ren.
I know.
Isn't that exciting?
Best asset we have.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. They absolutely have been so helpful.
Yes.
There's so many little things that you have to do when you're doing things in the box office. There's tickets, there's postcards, there's labels, there's cleaning, there's prepping, there's every little thing. Answering the phones, dealing with technical difficulties.
Yes, everything on the back end that nobody sees, Ren does.
Ren does, and absolutely does it great. And I was like, hey, not only are they great at that, super fun to be around. And I asked him, I said, hey, could you hear those ring-a-dings? I heard a ring-a-ding.
Ring-a-ding.
I heard a ring-a-ding. Somebody's calling in, whoever you are.
And guess who's answering that? Amanda
Cramtree is here as well. We're going to chat with her later. But I said, hey, Ren, can you go out? Can you be our street correspondent for the telethon? And can you please find some people and see if they know about the Markay, some Markay trivia?
Yeah.
I said, cute, fun moment, right?
Cute, fun moment.
And they came in and they said, absolutely. So I think we're going to take it. I'm in my ear. Do you hear it in your ear?
Oh, yeah, yes. It's coming in pretty clear.
Oh, we're taking it away. Let's hit those remote videos, shall we, Matt?
Yes.
Roger.
Hello, this is Ren from the Markay box office, and I am here with Chris. And we are at 6th Sense, and I'm going to ask them a couple questions related to the Markay. You will get a sticker as a prize.
Hell yeah.
How many figures are depicted on the theater walls? Is it 3, 6, 10, or 15?
6?
That is correct. That is correct.
All right.
Next question. What year was the Southern Hills Arts Council established? Was it 1999, 2002, 1981, or 1953?
1999?
It was 1981. And last question. How much does the Southern Hills Arts Council pay per year to rent the space? Is it $5,000, $500, $1, or $10,000?
500?
Believe it or not, it is $1 per year.
That's wild.
I know, right? That's just how dedicated the community is.
That's awesome.
All right, and this has been Ren from the Markay at 6th Sense with
Chris.
Thank you very much. Back to your programming.
Hello.
Hello, back again. Thank you so much, Ren. Boop, you owe me a Coke. I don't drink those, but you owe me something.
We'll figure it out.
The Markay has so much history. There's so much to know.
Yes.
There's so much to love. And there's so many people that have put in so much work to making this place what it is, right?
Yes.
I think we should do some actual live trivia.
Okay.
It's for the
Let's do it.
comments.
Yeah, for the comments.
Okay.
Yes.
For people watching at home at the comments right now with your little keyboards, I'm going to ask a question. Who built the Markay?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Do you know who built the Markay? If you do, comment below. You're going to get a prize. Oh my gosh, are we getting a moment? We're having a moment. We're having Ren here.
Fast.
Come and say hi. Wave.
This is Ren.
This is the face you see when you buy a ticket.
Hello. Hope everyone's doing well and everyone is feeling generous this evening.
That's right.
Yes.
Back to your station. Ahoy. The captain. She's just doing it great. All right. So that's a good question, right?
That is a great question.
Who built the Markay?
Yeah.
If you know it, comment below. First person to comment the correct answer, I'm giving you a gift certificate for next year.
Love it.
Comment below. We'll stay up to date on that. But speaking of next year, I want to talk a little bit about the events that we have coming up in the theater.
In the theater.
In the theater. Are you ready for these?
I'm ready.
This is going to be a great year. We've learned a lot. This
Yes.
is Matt and I. This is our, this will be a year.
This will be yeah. I mean,
Did
it's
we
a little,
say?
it's a little more than a year, but like for us to be president and director, it's
Yes.
about a year. Yeah.
We didn't preface with that.
Yes.
Matt is the president of Southern Hills Arts Council,
Hi.
and I'm the part-time director of operations here at the Markay.
Yes.
And we work together to program these things, along with our board, who is the board members of Southern Hills Arts Council, are
Yes.
phenomenal board members. Everyone donates their time. Everyone else has full-time jobs, and we come in. We do this to make sure that the lights turn on, everything keeps happening, and the events keep flowing. So
Yes.
this is a sneak peek into what's happening next year. So if you decide to donate, 740-286-6355 or 740-577-3841, you will be able to get, if you get a membership, you get discounts to these things.
You get discounts, yes.
You get discounts to
We
the
have
things.
different tiers of membership, and if you are somebody that is more oriented towards a live performance, then you get more discounted on that if that's the membership that you get.
Exactly.
If you want to have the biggest bracket of membership that we have, then
Right.
you get discounts, and you get the gallery
Yes.
rental for free one time a year,
Yes.
a whole bunch of different packages and things custom to what you need and what you want out of your community theater/gallery.
Absolutely. You get those things, you get those discounts to the things that aren't already free.
Yes.
Like the free events that we do for children,
Mhm.
and also all the gallery openings that we have here that are in the front of this huge
Yes.
theater are free to come to and to come in and see.
First Thursday every month,
That's right.
7 p.m. We have an opening reception. You can meet the artists, see all of their artwork, have a potential to buy their art, and just be in the presence of just great
Fellow
culture, you know?
culture, creatives. And speaking of creatives,
Yes.
can you talk a little bit about who we have in the gallery right now?
Yes, right now in the gallery we have a group of 6 women from Chillicothe. Their show is called Creative Times 6. We have Judy Bond, Angie Terry, Judy Summers, Judy Walbacher, Betsy Parker, and Bev Riley, and they are amazing artists.
This is the best show. I think, and not to say anything to the shows that we have had.
Correct.
It's been a phenomenal year of shows, and it's going to be a great year next
Yes.
year. But this collectively is some of the most, it is just, you have every kind of art.
So I met these women at the Foothills Arts Festival last year, and they always come in with crazy little hats and cat ears and stuff at the reception for it. And I thought,
Who are these people?
Who are these people? And they would probably want to have a show because one of them won Best of Show last year at Foothills, Judy Walbacher. And I asked them, and they were super excited about it. And we put up the show on Monday, yesterday, and just amazing. Like the level of professionalism and talent in that room right now is amazing. So if you can make it out 7 p.m. on Thursday this week, you'll be able to have some refreshments, meet the artist, have a grand old time for free.
For free, guys. You can't miss it. You cannot miss it. It's just been an awesome year, and these talented ladies are finishing out the year, and it's going to be a show you won't want to miss.
Their show runs from this Thursday until the end of January. So they're actually opening up the 2023 calendar year for us in the gallery as well.
As they should.
Yes.
I hear the chords of DM Davis Choir singing the Hallelujah chorus.
Yes.
And that is time for me. I'm cued in to think of music.
Yes.
Incredible musicians.
Yes.
We have some incredible musicians with us here in studio tonight. They joined us last year. I got a little hint from the board because, of course, this year, this is my first time really doing this. I said, guys, who could we bring in? Who could we bring in that we know people love to see, that are great people, that are talented, that they don't miss? I said, I need some help from the board members. Who do we know that every time they perform here at the Markay, they don't miss? And I had how many people? Almost over half our board said, Open Rail. These are some phenomenal musicians, and they are bluegrass superstars. And we have them here in studio today with us. Hello, my friends. How are you guys doing?
Wonderful.
We are so happy to have you here.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming, for making the trek out. When I first saw these guys here last year, I love bluegrass. I have family that's from Kentucky, and this is like what we did. This is how you have a family reunion, or you go and visit your grandma. Somebody gets out a guitar and starts playing, and it's just such a community thing. It's true, right?
Very true.
It's a language you speak, and it is it is hard to do. That is one thing that people don't understand. The speed and the articulation to be able to play, and it's just a style of its own that's hard to do. And you can make it sound real bad real easy. I will say that.
Yeah, we do that a lot. Yeah, we do it a lot. Yeah.
That's simply not true. I remember being up in that tech booth and hearing you guys sound check, and I was just absolutely blown away. How long have you guys been doing this?
15 years. We've been traveling around. John and I been with us 15 years. And then we had a banjo guy has been with us 14 years.
Yep.
And then Mark here, the vocal pipes that you'll hear in a minute. He and Jeff come on 5 years ago or so. Yeah. So yeah, we've been at it 15 years.
15
That's
years.
awesome.
Do you get tired of it every time you go up there? Are you like, ugh, or does it still feel just as good as 15 years
never
ago?
when you're on the stage.
Yeah.
The practice, the rehearsals, the time away from family that
Sure.
you just COVID helped us a lot because it reset our brain.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because everybody was home.
Yep.
Everybody was especially in the bluegrass world, we were doing outdoor festivals a lot in the summer, and even those were closing down. So it got us a little bit of rest and let us to recharge a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like most creatives across the board had a recharge from
Sure.
everybody that I've talked to.
Sure.
Through COVID. Unfortunately, that is what it took to get everybody recharged.
Right. Well, before it was a grind because we were so busy. We still, most of us keep our Monday through Friday jobs.
Sure.
Yes.
And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday we're after it every weekend, and it just wears you down.
Yeah.
And after the reset and things, it kind of you end up recharged, revitalized. You want to be in front of the crowd again.
Yes.
For sure.
You appreciate it. You can think about those times when you're like,
Sure.
man, I'd kill to be on a stage, and,
Right.
and you can get to actually.
But now it took almost a year for that
Mhm.
for me
Yeah.
personally, because I was burnt. Because
Yeah, sure.
I've been doing this since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I got thinking, I'm missing so much of my home life. So I to be able to be home with my family and take care of them and just to share and be home
Yes.
on the weekends. Of course, when we shut down, the entire place, we were home together a lot, which was great. And now to be able to come back out and start to play and perform some is really, really, really good.
Awesome.
Good.
Well, we were so happy to have you here, and that was towards the beginning of the year last year that we had you, and we had the same thing. We had been completely shut down, and you guys you came out with a bang. You were one of the most attended shows of the entire year, and it was a great crowd. We have different crowds that come for different shows,
Yes.
and your guys' crowd was just great. It was so much fun. Now, when's the first time that you guys heard, like, your first memory of bluegrass? Why bluegrass, and what would that be for you? Can you remember that first moment when you're like, oh, what is this? What is this type of music?
For me personally, I knew the music in church. We had a pastor and his family were a bluegrass band without a banjo. So I never really had the banjo around a whole lot. When I was about 18 years old, somebody played a Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver cassette. That's how old I am.
Oh,
cassette.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And blew my mind. The music, the tones, the vocals that Doyle Lawson would put together changed my whole perspective, because at that time I was, into the country stuff and
Sure.
rock stuff, and so this music was foreign to with the banjo. The banjo was a foreign instrument that wasn't in my life all the time. Now I wish I'd never gotten close. Not kidding.
Yeah, I take it all back now.
Yeah.
But for me, it was about 18 when the bug bit.
Yeah.
So I don't know how for you guys were.
For me, I mean, you talked about Kentucky. My dad was born and raised in Pikeville, Kentucky, and it was just I was born in Columbus, but I was raised right over here in Gallia County.
Yeah.
But we spent a lot of time in Pikeville, and I don't ever remember not being around bluegrass.
And when you go into that world, it feels like a Narnia kind of, because you're away from home and you're just surrounded by that.
It's totally different. And then for me,
That's a real word.
I'm kind of discombobulated. Isn't that what he said earlier?
Yeah,
that was such a cool word. Good job, by the way.
Yeah, we're learning vocabulary words here.
Yeah, we're learning. It was like an English lesson for us. We don't need to sing. Well, we'll see you, folks.
First person in the comments that can define Narnia, you get a gift certificate.
or spell discombobulated.
That's right.
There's another good one. Yeah, spell discombobulated. But what?
Ever since I could remember,
Yeah.
my family played bluegrass music. Like you said, you'd all get together on Saturday night or Friday night, and out would come the instruments.
Yes.
Uncles and cousins and
Everybody.
dads, and everybody played. So
Yeah.
I've just been around it my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Well, it brings people together, and that's one of our favorite things that we had here when we were watching from the tech booth. Me and Randy and the sound guys, you just felt it connects you. The music connects you. There's a nostalgia to it. There's just a fondness, and it's so great. And are you going to grace us with one
Yeah,
tonight
we'll
here?
sing you one if you don't mind.
Will you sing us a little ditty?
We would love it.
Don't get too discombobulated, and don't get lost in Narnia when you're singing it.
I don't
think
think
I've been
not
there
a problem. I don't think.
I think we came through there on the way here. I believe we got discombobulated and wound up in Narnia.
Was it Colton? Because that's not.
Just outside.
Okay, it was Colton. All right, it was Colton. I'll give you that.
Awesome. Well, take it away, guys.
Well, death come knocking at my mother's door singing, "Come on, mother, ain't you ready to go?" Well, my mother stooped down and she buckled up her shoes and she counted up the cost and she began to move and she moved on down by the Jordan stream and she shouted, "Hallelujah, Lord, I've been redeemed.
God knows I
Done my duty, got on my traveling shoes."
got on my traveling shoe, got on my traveling shoe, got on my traveling shoe.
Well, death come knocking at my father's door singing, "Come on, Father, ain't you ready to go?" Well, my father stooped down and he buckled up his shoes and he counted up the cost and began to move and he moved on down by the Jordan stream and he shouted, "Hallelujah, Lord, I've been redeemed.
God knows I
Done my duty, got on my traveling shoes."
got on my traveling shoe, got on my traveling shoe, got on my traveling shoe.
My Lord, have mercy. I saw death come knocking on that poor lost sinner man's door. And I heard him say, "Come on, sinner, it's your time to go." Well, he waded in the water about him, ankle deep, and the water started rising up around his feet. And I heard him cry, "God, I don't want to die," as the water started rising up around his thigh. And I heard him pray, "God, please let me live," as the water started rising up around his ribs. And death grabbed him and he shoved him in as the water started rising up around his chin. And I heard him say,
No, God, no, God.
"Don't want to go home,
Because I
ain't got my traveling shoes,
Lord, I
ain't done my praying, ain't got my traveling shoes,
traveling shoes.
oh, my traveling shoes."
Oh my gosh. Guys.
That didn't take much picking and grinning there. That is,
a lot of
that was the
grinning,
easier part.
very little picking.
Well, yeah, and you can tell by my vocals. I mean, I've been just cut my teeth on bluegrass, but these guys, I was never a bluegrass singer. I sung country music and mostly Southern gospel is what I always sung. And then these guys come in here, and I was thinking, let's sing it down in here. And they go, no, it's bluegrass. Let's sing it up here. And they have to take over those high parts.
Oh, it was phenomenal.
That's fantastic.
You guys
Yes.
it's so great, and that's just 3 of the guys. We got 2 more that aren't here tonight.
2 more are West Virginians.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know
gotta
it's
keep
real.
Well, you got to keep them under.
They didn't have their
Yeah.
shots yet.
We don't bring them out till you
Travel
have to.
visas and,
Yeah, it's all
Gotcha,
kinds of
yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Phenomenal
very much for
artists,
having
great
us.
people, and we just can't wait to see you here in April. We're so excited.
Looking forward to it.
Thank
Us
you so
too.
much. Everybody, open rail.
Thank you guys so
you.
much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. There is something about it. You know what it is?
What is it?
It's storytelling.
Storytelling.
That is one of the only types of music that storytelling is the source, and it just takes you away, and it just pulls you in another place.
Yep. And you want to know where it's going, where
Yeah.
it came from, and
What's
it's amazing.
next?
Yeah.
Just great guys. They're phenomenal. Open rail coming here April
22nd.
April 22nd. Bye guys. Thank you so
See you
much.
guys. Thank you so much.
Don't get lost out there. Don't get lost in Colton. Yeah. Head to Narnia. We'll see you when you get back. All right. Can you believe it?
I can't.
We get to do this. This is fun.
This is our thing.
This
you
is
know?
our thing.
It's not my job, but like I wish it was.
It's kind of mine.
It's kind of your job.
But it's also yours.
Yeah. It is. I mean, I'm here more than my actual job. So
Yeah. Yeah. And we love it because of
Yes.
things like that and
Yes,
because of
that's
people like
amazing.
that. And we're just so happy to have them. And we're also so happy to toss it back to the streets.
Yes.
Let's toss it back to Rin. Oop, bleep,
Oop,
bleep,
oop,
bleep, bleep.
beep, beep.
Rin, are you there? Do you have more remote videos for us? Why don't you take it away?
Hello, this is Rin here again at 6 Cents from the Markay, and I am here with
Adam Hollingshead.
and we're going to ask him some questions and see what he knows about the Markay. Now, Adam, I have a couple questions for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
How many dump trucks of debris were taken away during the Markay's restoration? Was it 6, 2, 10, or 8?
The answer is 42.
It was 6. 6 dump trucks.
Pretty sure it's 42.
Adam, next question. How many people does the Markay Theater seat? Is it 500, 150, 280, or 300?
300.
Ooh, it was 280. Last
Persians that way.
Last question is, what architectural style was the Markay built in? Was it Baroque, Neoclassical, Colonial, or Art Deco?
Art Deco.
That is correct! And for his efforts, Adam has gotten a lovely Markay sticker. Again, this is Ren here at 6 Cents with the Markay, and I'm here with
Adam Hollingshead.
Thank you very much. Back to your programming.
You know, Matt, I heard that Adam Hollingshead took that sticker and burned it.
He probably did.
After.
He probably did. You know, I was
Can't
doing some
trust him.
trivia at 6 Cents the other night for some folklore
Ugh.
lore, you know,
Lore.
and I thought I did really well, and he beat me by 1 point. But he wouldn't beat me at Markay trivia because I'm here all the time.
Oh my goodness. And you know what I think? I think that there is a possibility that Adam Hollingshead could be probably one of the most incredible improv masters of our time.
He really is.
He really is, but
Yes.
we don't like it.
Nope.
And we don't want him to be good at it, but he is.
Get out of here, Adam.
He is talking about dump trucks.
Yep.
Heat 42 wasn't an option, Matt.
42 was
It's
not
funny.
an option.
He's
Yep.
funny.
He's
Gosh,
funny.
doodle darn it.
Yep.
But you know what else is funny?
What's that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
It's serious right now. Do you know why? Listen to the wind blow. That's the sound of Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac.
Do you know who Fleetwood Mac is?
I do.
Do you know who Stevie Nicks is?
Oh,
You're taking too long to respond. And I said, Matt, do you remember that time when I said, Matt, you know who we should get?
Yes.
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac. And I said, you know, that's a great answer.
Yeah.
I
And
love
so I called Stevie Nicks' people. Well, you had her number.
Right. I had her number. We do lunch every second Thursday of the month.
Right. Because the first is the gallery openings.
Yeah, and I can't miss that.
That are
so.
free and you have to come and
Yep.
see. But you see Stevie. You call her
Yes.
Stevie? Do you have like a nickname for her?
Oh, it's Nanny.
So you see your friend Stevie, aka Nanny, and
Nanny.
you guys hang out, and I said, hey, can you put a word in?
Yes. And I said, Nanny. I love that shawl
Should I
you
be
got
Nanny?
on.
Should I be
You
Nanny?
should be Nanny.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll be her.
I love that shawl. Can you do a spin? And will you play at the Markay for me?
No. But I do know a cover band that can do it that is just as good as me. That's what she said to you,
That's
did
what
she
she
not?
said. Yeah, she said I'm busy.
She said I'm busy, but here's an information on a tribute band that is just as good, just as phenomenal, and we are going to let them be there. She said, I'll write them off. I'll make sure.
Yep.
And I said, are you sure? And then what did we do?
Then we called them.
Well, no, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
You're remembering it wrong. We looked up the video.
Yes, we looked up the video.
Should we let the people see the video that we saw?
See the video.
We're like, I don't know, Stevie, Nanny, we don't know. Let's look. And this is the video that we saw.
Yep.
Now here you go again. You say you want
speechless?
I am speechless.
That's what we were when Matt and I were watching that video after you just had getting done with Nanny
Well,
Nicks.
old Nanny Nicks.
And I said, let's book them.
Let's book them.
And we did.
And we did.
We
For
booked
you.
them for you coming to see us. What is
Yes.
this? This is June, isn't it?
June 24th.
June 24th,
Yep.
2023. Fleetwood to the Max is coming to this stage.
Yes. Wear your shawls.
Wear your shawls.
Wear your hats.
Get witchy.
Get witchy.
It's time to
Come on
party. The gypsy.
Yeah.
If she sings Silver Springs.
I don't know if I've heard that one.
Oh, I will cast a spell on you.
Do you think that she'll do any of the original stuff that Stevie Nicks did on her own outside of Fleetwood Mac?
Maybe.
Because I like some of that too.
It's good. It is. You're
well,
right, James.
Yeah, you're right, James. It is Fleetwood to the max, not Stevie Nicks to the max. But Stevie Nicks is Fleetwood Mac.
Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac,
Yeah.
Binga Bonga. Who knows? Who knows? But either way, that incredible band is coming
Yes.
to see us here in June of next year. Get your tickets and get discounted tickets by becoming a member, by donating some money, by saying, hey, we appreciate what you do. We want to support you. We want to come see a show. 740-286-6355. What's the other number, Matt?
740-577-3841.
Either one of those will work. You're going to get a kind, sweet, compassionate person that's going to answer the phone and say, why, yes, we'll take your support.
Yes.
Because we appreciate you. Let's talk about this art schedule for next year. Let's go through the list. February to December, we know we've got the Creative Six.
We got the Creative Six in January. Ending the show in January. And
Who's
it's
coming in
fantastic.
February?
We've got Robert Worth. He more than likely will have, it's going to be like a family show because his whole family does art. So like his grandkids, his wife, I think his daughter maybe as well. They all entered Foothills this year.
His dog
Maybe not, but
either way.
they, it's a family affair. So I'm sure that there will be pieces from his family. So
cool.
Very cool, very nice guy. March, we've got High School Art Show. So we have Jackson, Oak Hill, Wellston, and February through February through senior.
Freshman through senior.
High school art, they always turn out.
It's so cool.
Yeah, and it's, every year each school is better than the next. So every year somebody's had something better. So
absolutely.
And then April we have Chris Penix.
Oh, this is so cool. He's so cool.
So Chris is an artist that is very well established with Topps cards, the playing cards, like you may see like baseball cards, whatever. But he does Star Wars. And currently he's producing the Star Wars living set for Topps cards.
Oh my god!
And his show in April will be his original works, and he'll have the card that it was made into, and then the print size. So you'll get to see the stages of what came into that Topps card. And he's done other things like, Lord of the Rings, Mars Attacks, all of the things that Topps would have. He's probably had a hand in it.
Right.
And then in May, we have Pamela Conley. She is a very lovely lady from Gallipolis. She does oils. She does a lot of animal paintings. She had several at Foothills this year, and it was very nice. And then in June, I have Jules Stewart.
That's who?
And I don't know her very well, and I really don't know what she's going to be doing in June.
She doesn't either.
She doesn't either.
No, I do. It's
Okay.
gonna be cool. It's gonna be an actual installation. It's only gonna be for, I think I'm only gonna do it 2 days.
Okay.
Friday, Saturday. It might be just for a weekend.
Yep.
And it's gonna be, I'm gonna completely redo the gallery and make it like an immersive thing. People go through it one by one, and it'll be only for 2 days. So it'll be cool.
It'll be very, very cool.
Very cool.
And then in July, we have Carrie Segraves Dodds. She's one of my favorite artists around.
Yes.
She does big works with India inks, a lot of ravens, a lot of female faces with ravens.
She's very, her style.
You
know who it is.
You see it from across the room, and you're like, that's Carrie Segraves Dodds.
That's it.
And I asked her last year when I was making the 2022 schedule if she wanted to have her own show, and she's like, I don't know, really busy. I was like, what about 2023? She's like, I don't know. And she's like, maybe 2024. And then I got her at Foothills this year.
You told her you knew
and
Stevie
I was like,
Nicks.
hey, I was like, I know Nanny Nicks.
Nanny
And
Nicks.
she said that you would do it. And she said, you know what? I'll do it. So she's here in July of 2023.
Awesome.
August, we have the quilt show. You know, it's just one of those things that is the culture of Jackson.
It
you
is
know?
a staple here at the Markay.
Yes. We always have really intricate, super cool quilts in that show.
It's like a little mafia of quilters.
It
that
does.
Come in
I
here.
didn't
They
realize
take over.
before I came in to the Markay and was involved, I didn't realize what went into quilts.
No.
You know, I cover up with them on the couch and get all snuggy.
cuddly with
But
his
like,
dog.
there is so much intricate detail in those.
Yes.
Like, there was one this year that had like the stitching that was in shapes of different things, and like you had to get up really close to see it. It was amazing.
Yeah.
September, we have Apple Festival Invitational.
Oh, yeah.
Which is always a cool show. I love hanging that show because you get, I send out invites to people that's been here in the past in the gallery, people that's been in that show particularly in the past. If you want to be invited, send us a message. I'll put you on my list.
Put it in the comments.
But one entry per person. There's no awards or anything for this. It's really just
like
to
a showcase.
show off the talent of the
Yes.
area during the busiest time of our city of
That's
Jackson
right.
is the Apple Festival.
Apple Festival.
Super cool show. We always have so many different types of mediums, artists, talent levels. Amazing.
Yes.
October is Angela Pinson, which is another one of my shows that I'm super excited about next year. She does 1/8 scale miniatures, and it's going to be all miniatures. And the detail she can get on, like, she had this piece at Foothills that was kind of a pumpkin apple stand, and it was about this big. And the pumpkins and apples were like this big, but like they looked like you could eat them. Like if somebody just shrunk you down to 1/8 scale, you could eat it.
Mommy, I shrunk myself.
I shrunk the food at the cart.
At the cart. And now I'm in the Markay.
Yes. And then in November, we have Roger Donaldson, which is on our board.
He's a board member.
And then we have Kay Thorne, which
Yes.
used to be in the box office.
Yes, she did.
And they both work at the library here in town.
Yes.
Roger does an array of things.
Yeah.
He does photography. He does woodworking. Kay, I think, does some
like digital mixed media,
but she also does a lot of graphite.
Cool.
She had a graphite piece at Foothills, and it was really cool.
That's awesome.
And then in December, rounding out the year, we have Matt Day,
which
Matthew is
Tyler
a photographer.
Day.
You know more about Matt Day than I do. So.
Yes, he is just film photography. He is the single person.
Yes.
He has a really great YouTube following. He is known for what he does with film photography, and we're going to have an entire show of his stuff, which is going to be so cool.
Very exciting.
So cool, so cool. He is
Yes.
so talented. If you love Appalachia, if you love Ohio, that's what he captures.
Yep.
And it's awesome.
Yes.
Do you know who was in Appalachia recently?
Who's that?
Journey. Yep. They were at the Apple Festival.
They were.
Not before the Apple Festival. Where were they?
At the Markay.
They were at the Markay.
Yes.
It wasn't really Journey. It was New Frontiers, which is a Journey tribute band. And I don't have to say much about these guys.
No, they are amazing.
Do you know why I don't have to say much about these guys?
Because their talent says it for them.
That's right.
And so does this video.
And so does this video that we're about to show you guys, because we have New Frontiers coming to visit us in, is that August?
That is August.
We have
8 is August.
New Frontiers coming to visit us in August. I was homeschooled. And it is going to be phenomenal. If you haven't seen them at the Apple Festival, if you haven't seen them here on our stage, you're about to see them here on the Markay Telethon. Take it away, James Hamilton.
Every
Don't Stop Believin', New Frontiers, coming to see us August 19th. Phenomenal band.
Yes.
Can't wait to have them.
He sings so high.
They sing so high.
So high.
And he's a very large man.
Yes, yes.
And
but they're fantastic.
They are fantastic. And in these videos, everything that's been happening has been happening so smoothly. Have you noticed that, Matt?
Yes.
It's just been a smooth, effortless night back and forth. Do you know why? Do you know why that is?
I do.
It's because of our producer.
Yes.
It's because of who we have pushing buttons. We should probably tell them.
Yes.
When we do this, it's not us.
It's not real.
It's
I
not
know
really
it looks
us.
like it, but it's not.
It's not us doing it.
Nope.
It's James Hamilton, who works at Total Media. Get on up here.
The technological
technical extraordinaire. This beautiful
He's
face.
also on our board here at Southern Hills Arts Council.
Any picture
Amazing.
that you've seen, anything great that makes us look great, it's because of this man right here.
Yep.
He's phenomenal, and he put it all together tonight. Thank you.
Yes.
The real reason it's running smooth is because Zoom sent me a new USB cable that came like yesterday, or
I
else we
love
would have had
that.
real trouble today.
I love that.
Thank you so much.
And if you've seen a picture of me in the last year and a half on Facebook, it's probably James has probably taken it, and it's been fantastic every time.
And it's fantastic every
It's
time.
because I make him check my chin every time.
It's like,
James, I got a double chin.
He knows my angles.
He knows my angles now.
Yeah.
He's got them down.
He's just so good. He's so good at what he does. He's such a great guy.
There's
there
one.
it is.
There it is. He's been wanting to put that in all night.
When I saw this picture on Facebook, I was like, the size of Matt's head. Is gonna be so huge.
Listen. He posed me for that. Well, he told me he didn't really pose me.
This was at your art opening.
This was my art opening last December, and James was like, this is your world, and that's the pose I took from it. So, or maybe he said it afterwards. I don't remember.
Well, you know what? He captured it.
He
because
captured
he's,
it.
He's so good at it,
Yes.
and we appreciate you, James. Thank you so
Yes,
much. You're
thank you,
so
James.
great. Thank you for all that you do. You're so
Fantastic.
good at it. We appreciate you
Yes.
for capturing all the incredible moments and being our friend, but really capturing all the moments here in this theater and all the incredible acts. And we have an incredible act with us here
Yes.
right now tonight. Is it live?
It's
live.
It is live.
We've got Morgan Washam here with us. Hello.
Hello, Morgan.
Hello.
Thank you so
How
much
y'all?
for coming. We're well. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Good.
Awesome, wonderful.
We have you here not just because you're incredibly talented and because we just love to have you, but we have you here because you are playing a show here next year, correct?
Yeah, I believe it's September the 2nd, maybe?
That's right.
The Labor Day weekend.
That's right.
Maybe?
Yes.
Awesome.
It's going to be a great time. We had you here last year.
Yes.
You sounded great. The sound check for that, because you do, I mean, Morgan is not just musician, also like producer as well, and creates and actually records. You record all your own things, yeah?
I do record. my
So
own stuff,
everything,
yes.
and he did his own sound for this show that he did this year, and it was like the ambiance that you have. I know he had like an iPad, he had a bunch of chords, there's a lot going on, but it's just like, it's not just your basic show. It was like an immersive thing.
Yeah, I thought it worked out really well. We wanted to try something different in here, and we've been using these line array systems actually from Bose, and we've used them in a small format, but we never really get to open it up. And I was like, well, let's try this and open it all the way up, and it worked out really well. We got some nice compliments that evening.
That's awesome.
It was great.
I'm glad you guys liked it.
Yes, and another thing I noticed too when he came in was we had faces in here that we knew and that had come always in support of the Markay, but like they don't come out a lot to shows. It kind of takes them a lot to get out, and all those faces showed up.
Brought them out of the woodwork.
You brought them out of the woodwork.
How about that?
How long have you been playing music?
How long have I been playing music?
Yes.
I think it's probably over 30 years. I broke my mother's guitar when I was maybe 4th grade, so I wasn't allowed to play that guitar for a couple of years, but broke it just a tuning key. But
sure.
But I think I got my first guitar in like 6th grade and started taking lessons shortly thereafter and started writing songs about 8th grade, so about the age of 14. And
wow.
I'm almost 44, so I guess that's been a while.
That's
about 30
awesome.
years.
So you immediately took to, I'm not going to do so much as covering. I'm going to actually go in and write my own stuff. That just came right off to you. That was
Yeah, I mean, it did. Of course, back then it was the height of the grunge era,
Yeah.
and I was very influenced by like Nirvana and Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and groups like that, and that's kind of what sparked my interest in that. But I mean, I always come back to the Beatles and the Stones and Dylan. I mean, I kind of discovered Dylan after the Beatles and or later on down the line. I wasn't as into Dylan at first, but then I really appreciate him now. He's one of my favorites of all time.
Sure.
And Neil Young, I was raised on Neil Young and Bob Dylan and the
Oh,
Beatles.
yeah.
So that was kind of where my father had a hand in that, and I thank him for it.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
So a lot of influences in as far as your music and the stuff that you make. So if someone has never seen you play before, if you had to kind of describe the style of music you play, what to expect lyrically, like how would you sum up your shows? What you sound like?
I would say it's a blend of it's an eclectic blend of folk rock, but really we touch on the blues, we touch on jazz a little bit, but it's mostly, I would say, it's a folk rock experience for the most part as I see it. But sometimes we'll jam a little more. So some shows, depending on the audience, we'll choose to be a little more folky. Sometimes we'll choose to be a little more jammy or whatever you want to
Sure.
call it, you know. And so it just kind of, we let the experience determine that.
Yeah.
That's
So-
awesome.
And you are very much a storyteller with your writing too. I had not listened to a ton of your music, and then when I was here actually at the show when you played this year, you were such a good lyricist and you're a very good storyteller. And you really do. Each song is like a little story. It's like a little movie, and it feels like it has a beginning, middle, end, and it's an experience within the actual experience of the music, which
Well,
is
thank you.
which
I
is
appreciate
awesome.
that. Yeah, I mean, I do the best I can with them. Writing songs has been an ongoing evolution for me over the years, and when I first started out, I was horrible at it, obviously, and everyone is. But slowly, I was able to start, crafting stories and shaping ideas in a way that I felt good about. At least I felt like I'm expressing something or expressing an idea, and the best ones just come out of nowhere. And a lot of people write different ways and stuff. I personally, of course I might strum around on acoustic guitar and find some chords that work and find a melody I'm liking. And that's one way that it could happen. But most recently I've found that sitting in the car as I'm driving somewhere, and just, I'll find the lyrics and I'll use the text to speech function and I'll come up with a line and I'll kind of have the melody, and then I'll go and figure out the chords of what I thought. And usually, there's not many revisions that way for me personally.
Sure.
I've been very lucky though, and sometimes you'll get really lucky and it'll just happen.
Sure.
Other times, I find I don't like to struggle with it, so I'll go periods of time. I might go 3 or 4 months without coming up with any idea, and that's okay. Usually, they'll all come out and they'll bleed out really fast, and I might come up with 4 or 5 ideas, boom, boom, boom. And,
Sure.
And it just kind of happens. But I've always, it's something that I'm grateful for, and I hope it never ceases to be. And
Right.
I take what I can get, so
Right.
that's,
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we've seen you on this stage a couple times. This upcoming year you're going to be with your band with Wildwood Franklin.
Mhm.
But
Yes.
actually just had you on the stage a couple weeks ago with Remembering the 60s.
yeah.
And you were here with the Sonic Rhythm
The
Academy.
Sonic Rhythm Academy.
And you're coming back soon, right?
Yeah, we're coming back December 19th. We'll have the crew here from the Sonic Rhythm Academy, and we'll be playing a 4-song set that evening, I believe. And maybe if we're if we can get an encore, we'll do more.
There
but,
you go.
But no, we're very excited about that, and working with the young people in the community, and teaching them a little bit about what it's like to be in a rock and roll band, and getting some students experience on different instruments, and just learning about music and the experience of being in a band, and what it takes to put a song together or a production together.
Sure.
And so we have kids as young as 4th grade in there, and as old as I think 10th or 11th grade, actually.
awesome.
So
Yeah.
it's
and
a
to
range.
see learning music in a capacity like that versus just a one-on-one guitar lesson or a one-on-one piano lesson, working as a group, you know, it's just so neat to see. And these kids were so good. We just saw them a couple weeks ago, and you said they will be coming back here December 19th.
Yes, they
right?
were so excited to hear that we would be back at the
Yes.
Markay.
That's
They were
awesome.
like, "Oh, the excitement was in the air." So
It was electric when they played. It was so cool. It was awesome.
Well, thank you for hosting us and for hosting that event. Of course, that was a very wonderful event, and we look forward to being back on the 19th. So thank you all very much.
You guys make sure to mark your calendars. December 19th this year, the Sonic Rhythm Academy will be back. And, of course, next year we're going to have you in September, and we'd love to have a song from you right now. Could you pull that off?
Yeah, I can pull it off.
Excellent.
Actually, I'm going to play one that's going to be on an upcoming album of mine, and it's the title track to the album. It's not necessarily the most exciting song, I guess, rhythmically, but it's a folk song. Haven't decided if it might have a little bit of percussion in it, but the album's going to be called Peace of Mind, and the song is called Peace of Mind.
Excellent. Nice. Take it away, Morgan Washam.
Well, here I am, I'm all alone. I need someone to lead me home. I long to be deep in your arms. It's where I'll find some peace of mind. I've learned what love really meant with you. I've learned what life looks like when you're true to yourself. Forsaken hearts can only be blue. So forgive them and just find the peace of mind that's inside you. Mm-hmm. Ooh. 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 Tonight I'll see the light in me. Find someone and lead them home. The endless sea, deep in their heart, is where they'll find some peace of mind. Embrace the quiet that's within you. Feel the warming light that you keep inside, where the stillness speaks at the eyes of creation. Go create now and just find the peace of mind that's inside you. Mm-hmm. 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 Here I am, I'm all alone. I need someone to lead me home. I long to be deep in your arms, it's where I'll find some peace of mind.
Morgan Washam, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very
what
much.
What a wise man. That's a meditation.
Yeah.
Is that? It's just so good.
Yep.
Such a great song.
That's influenced by Eckhart Tolle.
Oh yes,
Very
I
nice.
see. That makes sense.
Stillness Speaks.
I love that. Absolutely love that. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Yes.
Can't wait to have you back September the 2nd and here in a couple of weeks with Sonic Rhythm Academy.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Another phenomenal musician. Another phenomenal person.
Yes.
We're just so happy that we get to do this.
I know.
And is that what I think it is?
I think that's what that is.
Are we about to be graced with the presence of this year's what was the award that she won?
Meritus
Award winner.
Chamber of Commerce presented
And the absolute apple of my eye, Amanda Crabtree is in the house. Here she is. How's it going?
Hey, it's going great. Hey, how you guys doing?
I'm
great. I have had a great time down. Yes, I have had a great time sitting
Awesome.
back there making some calls and listening to some very talented people.
Yes.
And having a lot of fun listening to Rin's little shindigs that she's been
running all over town.
I know, right? She's here, she's there, she's everywhere.
She's everywhere.
Yeah. How are the phones been? Are they hot? So the phones have been good.
Good.
We have had some new memberships. We have new people who have never had memberships before have become members this evening.
Love it.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you for supporting the Markay. We are pleased to say that right now we have drumroll, ready? $8,300.
$8,300. Bow, bow, bow.
Yeah. So far, and then we've made some phone calls to some people who have made some pledges in the past, and
Very nice.
they are considering some donations as well. So we are just very, very appreciative of everyone who gives to the Markay and supports this wonderful venue, and just a place for artists to express themselves and, just to have somewhere where local people can express themselves. And then we can also bring in the Tycosa drummers.
Yeah.
If you missed the Tycosa drummers, shame on you because that was pretty fantastic.
Look at these.
Look at them.
That was on our stage.
That was on our stage.
I ran the lights.
All the way from New York City. I mean, really, when you think about just the breadth of talent that comes on this stage, it's amazing.
Yep.
It is so
For
true.
sure.
And Amanda is planning a one-woman show next year, right?
Yeah, that's what I've heheard.
Yeah, no.
What's the title of that show?
No.
Subaru?
No, Meritus. It's just Meritus. Meritus. And it's just her showing all the things she does.
The old woman.
It's all the things she does around Jackson, and it's actually a 3-day show because that's how long it would take for her to show everything that she does in the
We already
community.
determined that I did a mic drop that night.
You did.
It was over.
Well, that's great. That's a great update.
Yes. Let's double it. Let's double it in the next.
Yes.
How much time do we have?
We got about another 10 or 15
10,
minutes.
15 minutes. Let's double it.
Let's double
Get it in,
Yeah.
people.
Give us a call. What's that number again?
740-577-3841 or
740-286-6355.
And I will be manning those phones till 8:30. So give us a call. Would love to hear from you.
Yes.
Thanks,
Call
guys.
Amanda.
Love you. Just walk away.
Yeah,
Amanda.
just walk away.
She's so great.
Take the chair with you.
We love her so much. We just had a little fun time with Amanda, didn't we?
We did.
Did
She
we go
cooked
up and-
us dinner.
She cooked us dinner.
Yes. We
Are
were
you
over her house for a
important?
dinner date.
Are you important? Did you get invited to the dinner date?
No, you did not. Did you go to Columbus and do an escape room?
An escape room?
And melting pot?
Did you get locked in a submarine?
Yeah, because we have. Team building, baby.
Team building. We put ourselves. That's how we keep friendships fresh and new and fun.
Take them to escape rooms. and see
Take
if
them
they
to
can
escape
escape.
rooms and see if they can get out, and we did. Amanda almost didn't get out, but we
Right.
made it out.
We made it out.
And you know what? I loved that. You
It
know what
was
else
such a
I
good
love?
time.
You know what else I love?
What else do you love?
I love theater.
Theater.
And we're going to cap out our night. So far, $8,300 has been donated to the Southern Hills Arts Council here at the Markay Cultural Arts Center for us to do what we do, to keep the lights on, to book shows, to have free kids camps for kids, to do art, to have, what else?
Gallery openings. And just a place for the community to come to experience some culture.
Some culture. Get cultured.
Get cultured.
Thank you so much for donating tonight. We appreciate you so much. We're going to wrap out the night with a quick interview with some of our absolute favorite people.
Favorite people.
These folks have been, I would absolutely 100% not dare to say, can say, have been the most popular thing that we have had at the Markay.
Yes.
This last year.
Consistent ticket sales.
Consistent.
Across the board. And just rising each time.
Rising each time. Like the floodwaters.
Floodwaters, but
rising.
In a good way.
In a great way.
Yep.
Sorry, in a great way. We're here with Apple City Players. We have two representers with Apple City Players. Who do we have here tonight? Is that Doug and Kim?
It is, and I am so starstruck. Was that the Amanda Crabtree?
That was
Amanda
Crabtree.
Amanda Crabtree, Radiator winner of 2022.
Oh my gosh.
That was an absolutely. Can you believe we were graced with her presence?
I mean, I can't.
You guys are.
And now we've got you guys.
Step it up, guys.
All right.
Step it up.
No pressure.
I'm going to try to compose myself.
Yes.
So.
Doug and Kim here with us from Apple City Players, the theater group. It is the Markay's home theater group. These are the people that fill the seats, make the stage, put on the shows, give us the culture in the theater. And we've had a great year, but talk to us about next year.
Yes.
What's on the docket?
Oh, next year is going to be so exciting.
This is going to be exciting.
So we've been around since around 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
All we've ever really tackled is comedy. I like to think we've gotten pretty good at it.
Yeah.
In particular, there's this guy named Matt that's phenomenal.
I don't know who that is, but
he's okay.
Getting quite the fan base.
Yes. Everybody asks me all the time about Matt.
No.
But come February, we're actually going to tackle our first dramatic offering.
Yes.
And it's a classic. And I'm going to hand it over to our director of that
Yes.
show.
Yes.
Kim Sykes.
Tell us about it, Kim.
This is actually the Mousetrap by Agatha Christie.
Yes.
And it is the 70th anniversary of the stage show.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, so it is a departure, like Doug said, from our normal comedic. And what we're looking for, we're having auditions next Monday and Tuesday right here at the Markay at 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to have experience. Experience is great. Is not required. What I want to try to do is just match up the person to the character. We're looking for 8 cast members, 3 female, 5 male, and it's just a dry read. You don't have to come prepared with a monologue. It's a good group of people, and I just invite everybody to come out.
Yes.
Awesome. This is going to be such a cool show.
It is.
Mousetrap is a mystery, right?
Yes, it's murder mystery,
Murder
correct?
mystery.
Yes. And who doesn't love a murder mystery?
Ugh,
like
they won't be in here because they don't exist. Everyone loves a murder mystery.
Yes.
And we're so excited for that. I think my wife's going to try out for that. Are you trying out?
I'm still on the
right
fence. I'm still on the fence.
Are you trying out, Doug?
I may be here.
Yes. I will say this. I have been in the past 2 productions of ACP. I'm on the ACP board.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, honestly, this past year, ACP has changed my life. Like, I've had so much fun and doing both plays, the Fox on the Fairway and what was our last one?
Moon Over Buffalo.
Moon Over Buffalo. Couldn't remember.
You forgot it.
I blocked it out.
No, but it's been so much fun, and and great people. We've made great friends through the whole thing. Bethany down there watching on, she's part of it as well. And I would recommend to everybody that if you even are thinking about it, try out. Because how many years have I told Stephanie that I wanted to and I never did? And then this year's the first time. So,
and what's really great about it is that you meet so many different people from so many different walks of life that you would never encounter probably in your normal everyday life. And it really, I think it gives you like a different view of the world, getting to experience things through these new people you're around. Plus, I laugh until I hurt
Yes.
most of the time that I'm with you guys.
Yep.
Same.
And it's
Same.
it's just a sense of community that you don't get as an adult.
Absolutely.
Like, there's a lot of theater that happens in, high school and college, but like a lot of people don't get to experience that as an adult. And, I'm so glad that I joined and I have that now because it's
Same.
just a good, I'm artistic in the way of like two-dimensional art, but like this is another route for that.
I think one of the reasons we get old is because we stop playing. When you're a kid, your whole life is about playing.
Yes.
I love at the age of 47 to still be up here playing with my friends and doing stupid voices and
Yes.
dropping my pants apparently.
Yes.
way too
Right,
much on the
right.
It
stage,
happens. Yeah,
Yes.
quite a bit.
Yes.
What would you?
Fun on couches, Doug. Fun on couches.
Lots of very, very acrobatic on couches.
Yes.
What would you say? You've got people watching that are curious, they want to, but they're like, "Oh, I'm nervous. I've never done it before." What would you say to the first timers? We had a first timer in this last show.
Yes.
Andy Bennett, and he did phenomenal.
And he loved it.
And what would you say to those first timers that are thinking about coming out to audition? What would you say?
Well, I think that's a good one for Kim because she was a first timer with us
Sure.
with Hallelujah Girls
Oh,
this past
cool.
season.
Right, right. And I jumped straight into one of the larger roles, and it was totally out of my comfort zone. But luckily, we had a really good team here, a lot of support. So I knew that I always had people to fall back on. And they gave me a lot of good tips on how to relax. And like everyone has said already, it does build a community. I've met a lot of new people I would have never met because I always stay in my little bubble.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been great. I would say come and do it. If you are not interested in one of the main 8 roles, we've got a lot of other areas for people to get involved, get your feet wet, just
kind of see how it is behind the scenes.
Right,
and
exactly.
You can do set, you can, try out sound and all the things. Like we're looking for people all over the place.
And I'm planning on having, even before the performance night, having a smaller skit.
Okay.
That will just be a self-made skit.
Very nice.
So that if you wanted to come and just try it out and see if this
that's
would be
cool.
something you'd like to do.
That is cool.
Maybe do 1 or 2, 3 lines.
Sure.
And just kind of see. And then you'll get the bug and you'll come back.
It's true.
100%. Being on the stage with an audience that's reacting to everything you're saying and doing is very addicting.
It's addictive.
Very addicting.
And if you're a weird person, and if you're watching a telethon right now about the arts, you're a weird person.
Yes.
This is such a great way to just let your freak flag fly.
Yes.
And just, you will discover who you are more than anything else during
For
the
sure.
experience.
That's a great way to put it.
It is.
And
yes.
it builds, it's quickly, you spend a lot of time with rehearsals, and like you were saying, you're unsure, and can I do this? And I remember that because I just did my first production with you guys too, with Moon Over Buffalo, and I was so worried, like, oh, if I forget my lines, what do I do? But like a month into rehearsals, I was like, if I forget my lines and I'm on stage with Doug, he's got me. Like,
Safety
I
net.
know that he's going to get me through that scene. And you build that relationship with everyone that you're on the stage with, and it's indescribable kind of what that does. And you can just be tossed in and be a total stranger, and everyone here has that camaraderie, and it is so exciting and so fun to just throw it out and to give it a go and to entertain people. It feels good to make people laugh or smile or feel, ooh, what's next, So
I made a lot of people laugh.
It's debatable. I think it was me.
Mm.
We had a lot of scenes together, so maybe they were laughing at me.
Maybe.
Okay, so you've got Mousetrap coming up in February.
Yes.
Do you have other shows coming up in 2023?
The show following that, which we will probably actually have auditions for before Mousetrap even wraps up, is for a play called Play On. I'll be directing that one.
Great.
Back to the comedy.
Yep.
It's about a group that's very eerily similar to Apple City Players, trying to put on a production that is constantly being rewritten by the playwright, and it causes mass confusion. And so you watch the process of them rehearsing to their disastrous dress rehearsal to their very disastrous performance in the third act.
Right.
Should be a lot of fun. It's a huge cast, and I'm going to need lots of people to show up for that.
Awesome.
Everybody come.
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody show up.
We will drag you here.
We'll find you.
Yep.
We'll find you. Awesome. Well, those are some exciting things coming up. What were the dates for the auditions?
Next Monday and Tuesday, December 5th and 6th.
5th and 6th.
6 o'clock here at the Markay.
Here at the theater.
Perfect.
Awesome, guys. Thank you for stopping in.
Thank you.
Thanks for chatting with us. Love seeing you.
All right.
Can't wait to see you at auditions. I'll be in the back. I'll be up in the tech booth going, that one's got potential.
You got the goods.
You got the goods, kid.
Awesome. Apple City Players, everybody. Make sure you hop on the Markay's Facebook. Check out auditions next week, Monday and Tuesday, for Mousetrap, directed by Kim. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.
Now skedaddle.
Skedaddle. Get
out
of
of here.
Don't look at me.
Go on now. Get.
Is it that time?
I think it's that time.
It's that time to begin the wrap up of this incredible time that we've had with you, viewer. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes.
Thank you so much for spending this little time with us.
Yes.
It's special. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to us chat, for supporting the arts. We're just so happy that you came by.
Yeah, like just spend your afternoon with us.
Yeah,
Nice little Giving Tuesday.
It's the night. It's not the afternoon, but thanks for doing it.
I mean, the night is afternoon. Like, thank you, James. It's not before noon. Everything afternoon is afternoon.
Fine. You're right. Sorry, I just got a little of that theater in me. But thank you so much for joining us today. If you couldn't donate anything tonight, just watching, hitting a share, following us on Facebook, it means the world to us.
Yes.
And if you couldn't do any of those things, please come and visit us.
Yeah.
Our doors are open Tuesdays through Saturday, 12 to 5. Rin's in the box office. We've got incredible art on the walls in the gallery always. It's free. It doesn't cost a cent. Come in, say hi, grab a sticker, hang out. And come check out this beautiful 280-seat theater. And if you can, buy a ticket maybe. Come out.
Buy a ticket.
Support the show. Support the arts. We appreciate you so much. And I think to cap off the night, we might have a little farewell song from the wise man himself. Morgan Washam is going to play us off tonight. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the 3rd annual Markay Giving Tuesday Telethon. We appreciate you and everything that you do. And we will see you next year.
This one's called There Is Only Love. In the end, there's only love, rising high above the pain of life. The only peace you find is the peace inside your heart. From a life lived well that you make for yourself, might be only 7 years left, or maybe only 7 days. What you gonna do with your fleeting breath? Gonna do the best we can this time. Everything's gonna be just fine. Let the spirit shine above. Remember, in the end, there's only love. There's only love. There's only love. There's only love. Let your mind rise to the sky. Second chance to have an open mind. It's not the same old song and dance. It's the one you write with your borrowed time. Might be only 7 years left, or maybe only 7 days. What you gonna do with your fleeting breath? Gonna do the best we can this time. Everything's gonna be just fine. Let the spirit shine above. Remember, in the end,
There is only life. There's 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 only life.